It's the end of this car. That's it. You see, when things get messed up around here, they get really messed up, and then they go away. They don't make these cars like they used to, that's for sure. I was giving this everything I had.
You can't do that! You gotta trace all those to figure out where they go!
We're gonna rip all the wires out of this car. Today, what we are doing on this 1970 Chevy Enjunkula, we are doing the other side, the driver's side of the car where the window frame is rotted. Previously, you've seen us butcher up the right side of the car. We just did a so crappy job. But wait, there's more. Check this out. Come here, look. Man, this was toasted down here. We just collaboloed that together with some welds. The inside was all rotted out. We made two pieces. We welded them together. We just Hammurabied them in there. It looks mint. You know, the fender covers this. We're gonna pack that with some Duraglass at a later date. But she's solid now. There's no rust. That is my goal with this car. I told you guys we were gonna keep track of what we got into this old ride, so let's check it out. So the only thing that's changed is we bought some sand for some sandblast, and it was $24 for two 50-pound bags of sand. That brings our total for body materials up to $917. It brings our total to $1,635. We still haven't done anything to the prime mover. We still got $718 in that, so $718 plus $917 is $1,635.
High Voltage Boss Man gets to work wire brushing all the rust off so we can expose what is left of this rotted junk car. Now he rips and tears away all of the glue some bonehead put around the windshield.
So the cool part is that I still have the same cardboard templates I made for the other side, but this side's a little bit different, but I could still base these off it. And the other side went there, but I still have some rot right behind this. So this is gonna have to get extended a little bit more, which is no big deal. However, on the other side, this was all rotted all down in here, and this side here, it's solid. I'm just gonna kind of hold these ones up. Of course, I don't have the one that I had there, of course, which is the one that I'd really like to have. I'm just gonna kind of trace where these ones are. So for this side, I'm just gonna kind of keep this straight like that. I don't even think I'm really gonna do anything on this, because this is in pretty good shape right here. So there's really no reason to be getting in the stuff you don't need to be getting into. Kind of make a piece go just like that. I just wish that you guys could rock out with the tunes with me. I have such a good time with this stereo just blasting in the background. I mean, look at this. I got a big speaker there, a big speaker there, a big speaker there, and a big speaker there. And I know you neighbor guys can probably hear it sometimes. Just look at how beautiful that fits in there. I mean, that fits in there perfect. This thing is such a piece of junk. You know, the worst thing that can happen is that it'll fall down in there and we'll never see it again. And then we're gonna go ahead and weld this one in after that. One step at a time, just hold on, we'll get there. So this piece that goes here, I'm just gonna put down in there like that, kind of over that, because this is all good metal and that's how it was anyway. So I drilled some holes so we could do our rosette welds. Well, look at that. Remember on the other side when I said I just replaced this entire thing? You know what? I should have just done that on this side. I didn't really notice that rust till just now. But we're still going to use this piece regardless. It'll be fine. There's our hopefully last piece that we're gonna put in this thing. You can see the dash is all rotted right here. So you can see right here that there's a little 90-degree fold that should go all the way along this lip. Something like that right there, which is what we have. So I'm kind of gonna mold our piece in here. For this little stuff, you don't have to worry about everything fitting perfect. You can give it a few Hammurabi's as you go. We'll just use the window channel itself for a die, and we'll just round this a little bit. There. Round that a little bit so it matches the dash a little better. There you go. We're looking pretty good. I'm actually going to overlay that on there so we can have a little bit more strength. Beautiful, we got this thing all welded up, ground down. This side looks just as good as the other side. Let's compare them, this side and passenger side. I think the passenger side came out a little bit better. We got a little bit different gap here, but these cars were not perfect anyway from the factory. This is probably better than it was from the factory, to be honest. They just slapped this stuff together. Either way, it definitely looks a lot better than the rot holes that were in there. Hopefully the windshield and everything will fit good. Check this out. This is gonna blow your mind. You are gonna be shocked and blown right out of your armchairs. So we got a little rot down here on this towel. So I'm just making a quick panel. You see, this is why these cars rot out, because Twinkle Toes gets in here and they just make nests and pack it just full of stuff. Look at this. This is insane. This is why these cars rot out so bad. You know, and the part that stinks is all this stuff gets in here, and all there is just a little tiny hole right there for it to get out. There's no way for this stuff to get out of here on these cars, which really sucks, because all the water that runs down the windshield, there's a grate here, goes down in here, and then there's a channel that runs down here in between the inner firewall and outer cowl here, and it drains right there, and it all rots out. All these older cars. This is the worst spot here. We're gonna replace that. To be completely honest, I think even on your classic car, even if this isn't that bad, I would suggest possibly cutting a little hole anyway so you can get in here. Do yourself a favor and vacuum this stuff out. Because, I mean, this entire thing is just packed full. And the other side was too. So I would highly suggest just making yourself a little doorway, cleaning this crap out, and then when you're done, just welding it back in if it doesn't need to be replaced. I mean, this is insane. This is just insane how much crap there is in here. It just keeps coming. Wow. This is crazy how much crap is packed in here. That is why these cars rot out. Well, one of the reasons why they rot out. So all the critters need a place to go when it gets cold. Look at this pile of crap. I mean, this ain't even a fraction of it either. There we go. We got that little patch all calibified on there. You know what? I'm going to actually leave these rot holes right alone, because that is actually going to give everything a place to come out, unlike the GM engineers never thought of. Like, why didn't they put a bigger hole than just that down there? Like, they should have put like a nice size hole at the bottom of this thing for stuff to get out. When I replaced this side, I left a nice big hole down at the bottom of here, because I had to do the inner part on this one. It was all gone to let things get out. You can actually see down there how big that gap is that goes down. This whole thing where the seam sealer line is right here, this is all open in here, so all that gets filled up and it has no way to get out. A lot of times these old cars, you'll find all kinds of stuff in there, especially like pine needles and who knows what. But hang on again, there's even more this time. Man, it is late. It is like 10 o'clock at night. I'm getting burned out, but we're just gonna keep on plugging away. So we have this rotted out piece of junk firewall on this car. There you go. They put seam sealer on these two parts and it rotted out behind. But we have a fix for that. So I just cut myself a 1-inch piece of sheet metal, 1 inch wide. I don't know if it's gonna backfire, but we're gonna try to fish plate this in here. So here's the plan. There is none. So I'm gonna start by welding this, and hopefully with any luck I can work it around. And no, we are not gonna cut out the rust in this. We wire brushed it. That's as much as we're gonna do, because you are never gonna see this. This is all hidden. This is just, I don't even know why I'm bothering, but I ought to just glob some seam sealer on this and be done with it, but we're better than that. We're gonna go the extra mile here. I just have to follow along, see if you can figure out what I'm gonna do. So like you can see, this piece needs to bend. So we're gonna do some forging and blacksmithing and see if we can bend this nice. If you give anything enough Hammurabi, it's gonna go after a while. It's looking pretty good, actually. Better than I expected. That is a sharp bend right there. I tell you what, this is some A1 butcher work right here. I am happy with it though, to be honest. That bend, these bends are coming out nice. It's not looking too bad. Well, boys, another garbage day comes to a close. And no, I'm not as chipper as I was when we first started this day, but we've been over here all day working on this thing. And it is like midnight right now, and I'm tired, and I'm ready to go home. I'm burned up. This shirt must have caught on fire about 400 times. I got burns all over my arms. It was a lovely day, but you know what? We got a lot of stuff accomplished. Here's our nice butcher job. I like it. I'm actually very happy with it. Look at how nice that looks. It follows the contour. I actually did that pretty good. I ended up welding the entire thing solid, and then I just run the flap disc over it with the angle grinder. I was just gonna tack it and pack Duraglass in there and call it good, but you know what? Come on, we gotta do a little nicer job than that. This is definitely still a butcher job, but this part of this car right here is totally a butcher job. But it does look nice. And you're never gonna see it. That part and this part here on both sides is a butcher job. I think these are pretty nice. This came out good. But you know what? We are butchering what is okay to butcher, and we're doing a good job where it matters. Like, look at how nice this quarter came out. We're doing a good job with the stuff that is important. But you know what the most important thing is not that it looks really nice, but not that the thing is rotted right out. We got all solid steel again. It's not packed with Duraglass. That is the important part for me on this build. So I hope you enjoyed this video, this episode of High Voltage Garbage Day, because it's definitely garbage day around here. Make sure you like and subscribe and all that good stuff, because it really helps me make more of these garbage day videos. And I really enjoy doing this stuff, so let's keep going on this 70 Chevy. We need progress, progress, progress. And I can't wait to see you in the next video.
End of transmission.